Hey folks, welcome back to All Things Powered. Ben Alexander here. So new video, new daily driver. This is the Daihatsu Sirion GTVI, 102 horsepower with 850 kilograms and 0 to 60 in about 9 seconds. But we're going to find out actually, because I haven't done an actual test, but I know it's nippy. I know I've got another channel called The Charge Show. Some of you have seen me on there talking about electric cars, electric vehicles. But I also like cars, and like I said from the beginning, this channel is about just playing with cars because they're fun. So we'll go for a drive after I've shown you around, and yeah, we'll do a 0 to 60 test on it. It revs to 7,500. It's quite nippy. It's quicker than a Volvo 2.45 cylinder. Apart from this is so light, it just costs nothing to run at all. So 30 litres of fuel gets me about 500 kilometres. Probably more if I'm on more highways and stuff like that. But it's a pocket rocket. It is on a genuine hot hatch. It's from 2003. It's super quiet, standard exhaust, 3-inch tailpipe on it, and it's just cool. It has a slight burble from the back, which I love. I actually love that. It's cool. On the side there's a button and it says steer shift, and then you can do the gears in sport mode by pressing up and down. And I thought that would be a gimmick and it would not be very useful or even fun. It's really good. It's really quite aggressive, the way that it holds its gear, and when it downshifts it's quite aggressive. You sort of lunge forward. When you go up gears it's nice and responsive, and yeah, it's good. It's nice for when you're going around roundabouts and zooming around country roads. You can really have a lot of fun if you have it in manual. So that, and nobody talks about this. This is quite a useful thing. The engine is the high compression K3-VE2 engine. I'm not sure how well you can see that. Yeah, so they have a K3 series engine, which is usually 85 horsepower, quite slow, 4-cylinder, Toyota made, 1.3. They also made a high revving, high compression one, which is this. This is called the VE2. So it's exactly the same engine, but just more compression with the head, and it's done a couple of things to it, I think, with regards to the cams and stuff. So it has 102 horsepower. You can tune it to 109, as there's a rally version that has 109 horsepower, but you don't really need to, honestly. Inside, super standard. There we go, revs to 7.5. Pretty normal inside, standard interior. Normal, you can put it in drive, and then you can press steer shift, and then it says manual in there, if you can see that, and then you can press up and down on here like that. So let's go for a little drive. Okay, just to summarise, a few things I love about this car. One, I love the engine. I love how it has 102 horsepower and it's made by Toyota, so it's super reliable, and it revs to 7,500 RPM. I love the wheels, they're rare. These are the ones that I always wanted. And I love the tailpipe because it's standard 3-inch and it's not loud at all. It's just super cool. And I love the suspension, I love how firm it is. It's quite sporty, I like that. And most of all, I like that I paid $1,200 for it in Australia and a few $100s on top of that to make it roadworthy. So it's super cheap to run. 30 litres of fuel gets you 500 kilometers and more if you're driving just highway. And there are only two things I don't like about it, really. One is that the steering wheel doesn't move up and down. So as someone who's 6'2", I can't see the part where it says 100 kilometers per hour and 120. So it's a bit crap on the motorway. And also the side of the engine where you change the belt and the water pump and power steering, air conditioning, that sort of stuff, is super tight. So even as someone who tries to do pretty much everything on their car themselves, that's super tight. You know, you'd want to get a mechanic for that, because I think you'd have to sort of undo the engine mats and shove the engine to the side a bit, wriggle it around. It's a really difficult thing. There is actually a rally version which is 4-wheel drive, and it has 109 horsepower, a little bit more, but I don't think it's worth it getting that one. It's very rare and you pay a lot more for it, and it's only 7 horsepower extra, and it will weigh more because of the 4-wheel drive, so you'd have you know, extra stuff in there. And that wraps it up for this video, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I've got another channel, The Charge Show, like I mentioned earlier, and I talk about electric vehicles, and I build and ride and repair electric bikes and scooters and make them faster and stuff like that, and I review electric cars too. Feel free to check that out, link below in the comments description. Look after yourselves, and please click the subscribe button if you're interested in keeping up with the channel. It's quite a new channel, I've not done much with it for the last couple of years, but I will be now, playing a lot with cars and that sort of stuff. So right, see ya.